Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Am I muted? Now we're unmuted. What's up, Roll Tide? Welcome in. Hopefully everybody can hear me now. I don't know how I muted myself. Maybe I didn't. Could y'all hear me when I first came in? Welcome in, man. Somebody say put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let me see if I got my other dashboard up, and we do. What's up, TikTok? Good to see y'all. TikTok, y'all like the new vertical view, or we need to go back to the OG? Let me know. This show is going to be just like this. Hey, Blessings, thank you for coming through, sis. Good to see you. Enjoyed your live stream this morning on TikTok. It was definitely engaging and heartwarming to just see positive energy on the internet. You know, I know this is a sports talk show, but y'all know we go left. We go left sometimes. But nah, this ain't really left. It's just, it felt good to be scrolling on TikTok, getting ready for the show this morning, just randomly scrolling. And I was prepping. You know, y'all know I wake up early to do my prep, but it felt good to be on content with a female that's not trying to, you know, just shaking or just trying to be rebellion, and just having good conversation, positive vibes, and just forward progressive thinking, man, just being positive. It felt good to be a part of that very solid community that she's building over there. Appreciate you for pulling up on TikTok. If you're a sports fan, if you got a college football team, let us know who it is. What's up, Glock boy? He said, "Put me in the game, man." You in the game, Glock? You in the game, Glock? You trying to get that BTA on that NCAA soon? You know, I might be on that mug today, man. We got a little bit of time today and tomorrow. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, though, man. We got some crazy content coming together. Our presence will be felt in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. As a matter of fact, give it up. We got this whole weekend set up. This whole weekend, man, is going to be a T-Town type vibe. So hopefully y'all ready for it, man. Hopefully y'all ready to get into it. Y'all know we got the big matchup this weekend against University of Oklahoma, man. And I'm telling you, Oklahoma University, I keep calling them University. Is it University of Oklahoma or is it Oklahoma of University? Black boy said he got Mizzou. Man, Mizzou out the playoffs now, man. They messed up their chance. They should have did it this past weekend. They had an opportunity and they folded, man. They folded. So, can't hear you. Okay, there we go. All right, so put me in the game, Coach Smook. What's good, everybody? I see y'all in the chat. Let's start at the top. Let's do a roll call before we get into it. And y'all know, if you are tapping in live, we are here live. Thank y'all for being here. Make sure you hit that like button. But if you're tapping in post live, fast forward to the 15-minute mark and you'll be able to get to the conversations of the day. And today we'll just be kind of doing a review of more than likely we're just going to kind of recap in detail our thoughts from the LSU game, a few moments in that game. I've watched it 3 times. I had a lot of time to watch football yesterday for some reason. I don't know. I watched some NFL yesterday. I missed the Falcons. I thought that I don't know why I thought they said it was 8 p.m. kickoff, but of course it was 8 a.m. But appreciate y'all for pulling in this morning and pulling up to the Coach Smook morning show. Chat with Coach Smook this morning. What's up, MJ? Good to see you, man. Good to see you in the chat, man. And who else we got? I see you on TikTok. We got Antonio. What's good, Antonio? Good to see you, my guy. Lock boy over there, man. I see y'all over there. Mary J, you got it, or you need help back there? Okay, I got it. Dougie Fresh, what's good, man? Roll Tide this morning. Good to see you, my guy. I got Rob Baker in the chat. I see you, Rob. Man, you keep pulling up like you just. Did y'all hear Rod on the phone the other night? Them some good vibes the other night, man. Them some good vibes. I can't see YouTube comments. I guess only the TikTok. What? You can't see Mary J? I don't know what's going on with your stuff then, because TikTok comments not even coming up in the StreamYard. I don't know. Something going on with Mary J computer, y'all. Dougie Fresh, good to see you, my guy. Greg, what's good, man? Roll Tide in the chat. Urban Essence, my sister, she out here. Oklahoma died. Going to be a banger. Can't wait to experience Tuscaloosa. Hey, you going to be there, man? That's going to be crazy if you're there. That's going to be crazy. My guy, man. That's going to be fire if you're going to be there. Me and Jason going to be there. Good morning, everyone. I thought that let me tell y'all real quick. I thought that said good morning, everyone, except Coach Smook. I was about to say, oh, man, what I did to Teresa. Oh, Jesus. What's up, Teresa? She said, Coach Smook, the game wasn't pretty, but we got the W. The scary part for other teams is that the offense and defense haven't clicked at the same time, but when they do, woo-wee. Listen, I love Teresa coming in with the fire because I think a lot of your analysts and people that's talking football now, they want to get on this train of Alabama's the best team. Alabama figures it out. But what about when we was talking about this in August after that loss, man? I mean, early September after that loss to Florida State, and everybody was saying that I was being a Bama fart sniffer and all this other crazy stuff because I refuse to believe that was okay. Anyway, we're gonna get into that conversation today. We got about 3 minutes before we get into the conversation. Y'all come and get comfortable, man. Admiral, welcome in. Admiral T Mayo, how you doing? I'm seeing some new names in the chat. I'm glad to see the community continue to grow, man. Y'all really be holding it down for the AAA. Yo, BOU, I'm feeling that, man. I'm feeling that, Rod. Feeling that. How y'all feeling this morning, though? Ain't nobody told me how they feeling, man. Ain't nobody told me how they feeling. My guy said no sound. We ain't got no sound right now. Are we good now? We got sound now, chat? Do we got sound now? Or y'all just let me talk to... Am I just talking to myself now? Hey, shout out to Dougie Fresh with the $4.99 super chat. God bless Alabama won, and I found out I passed the bar this weekend. Oh, snap, y'all. Give it up for my brother,
Dougie Fresh, man. We about to say, hey, listen, hold on. We gotta really celebrate that one, man. That's huge. That's my boy. Oh man. We've been praying about this, man. We've been praying about this. Shout out to Dougie Fresh, man. He been, stressing about this thing, and I've been telling him, man, you got it. Hey, shout out to you, man. Give it up for my boy Dougie Fresh. Gonna be handling some of our legal matters for the Coach Smook Network. You know, when I get myself in trouble, that's my legal representation. So y'all better watch out when you step to me. I got a little protection now. You know what I'm saying? I got a little protection. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Dougie. Appreciate the $4.99 super chat, man. He said, bump all the haters saying OU is about to beat us, man. They funny. We've always had some, okay. Look, I thought we was silent over here. But appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Everybody on each side, each platform. We're live on Twitter, TikTok, Kick, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook on Coach Smook at Facebook, at Coach Smook on Facebook, and we're gonna get there. Hey, and I got mods working each platform, so if I don't get to your comment somewhere, I think we got somebody working each platform except Twitch. All platforms but Twitch. So if you need any assistance in those chats, if I'm not getting to your comments, our main chat that gets seen on screen in the main platform is YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook comments, and Twitter. Twitter comments will come up too. TikTok, I have a dashboard up for you all, so I'll be able to see y'all comments in real time for the most part of the stream. But then throughout the stream, we may get disconnected, but not disconnected. But I won't see your comments. If you want your comments seen, you want answers or questions heard or seen, jump on the YouTube side. That's the easiest way to do it, and we can get your comments on the stream. Appreciate y'all. What's up, Joe? My boy Joe Rap in the chat. Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, my boy passed the state bar, man. That's crazy, right? All right, y'all. We here at the 15-minute mark. Hopefully, I haven't bored you away from the show. If you are just tapping in, make sure you come in and hit that like. Make sure y'all take 20 seconds to share the stream right now. Like, if you're on YouTube, especially on YouTube, take 20 seconds to share the stream. I want to share something with y'all, but I'm going to save it for our community night. It is a huge accomplishment, and I have you all to thank for it. Man, I'm grateful. So, let's get into it, man. If y'all ready to jump into it, somebody type in the chat, say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's get into it, y'all.
You're talking about Jalen Miro and the Pips? The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
Not going to take up a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Let's go, chat. Let's go. Hey, y'all, I'm ready to get into a little conversation. First of all, immediate, intermediate, whatever you want to call the reaction right now. I've watched the game like a solid. I put probably a solid 6 hours of watching film into rewatching the Alabama versus LSU game, trying to figure out where the deficiency was, right? Because overall, when the feel of the game and how the game played out and how it ended, I don't feel bad about how the game was played. I don't. I really feel like this was a competitive team. LSU coming into the season there was a lot of hype around this team. They were poised to make a solid playoff push, and honestly, to be truthful, up until that game, they were still, even now with that third loss, or is that fourth loss? I'm not sure. Okay, I got to go back and check my facts, but up until that game, they were still fighting for playoff contention. With all the shifts and the coaching staff, all the changes in their organization, they still were fighting for a possible playoff berth, right? It's going to be a little bit harder for them to kind of make a case to try to get in now, but I look at the way that this team has been put together in recruiting, their portal assets, everything that was brought together for this team this year. And it's just unfortunate that they didn't ever hit a stride in the moments where it was meaningful. Now, do I honestly believe that LSU hit a stride against Alabama? No, because offensively, they consistently have not shown up throughout the season. And our defense capitalized on that. But one thing that's been for sure from LSU this whole season is that their defense has always made some type of push or made a created opportunities for them to be in games. Even against Texas A&M, their defense created opportunities for them. It was the offense that kept turning the ball over and giving Texas A&M extra opportunities to be on the field. And the defense I think the defense ended up playing like 78 something snaps like that. They let Marcel Reed run all over them. Speaking of Marcel Reed, man, the Texas A&M Aggies, man, they really do look legit. I won't say that they're dominant in every phase, but everything fits for them right now. Everything fits for Texas A&M right now. And we're going to talk about a few matchups going forward throughout the rest of the season, probably this week, especially being that we're going to be collabing with Hall of Fame Jason a lot this week. We're going to be talking about a few matchups that could possibly play out for the SEC championship if everybody continues to win and play on the streak that they're on right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat that's pulling up now. Antonio over on the YouTube side, he said, "What's good, man?" Caden said, "Put me in the game, Coach Smook, man. Listen, we got the phone lines opening up at 9 o'clock. I mean, at 9:30. 9:30, the phone lines will be open. So, no, what did we say? 9:15? Should be 9:30. 9:15, 9:30, something like that. We should have the phone lines open. I'll look at the schedule again. Yes, sir, my brother Jordan. In a few weeks, I'll be sworn in. Okay. Hey, y'all, we celebrate in the chat, too. My guy, Dougie, fresh past his bar. So, be careful when you come mess with me. I got legal representation now. So, you know, don't be surprised. But yes, they do. Texas A&M does look like one of those squads that can take you for 4 quarters. If you don't show up and play your best game, they will exploit you because they have a lot of explosives across the field. So I look at the way that the SEC is shaping out, and there are some teams that are kind of in good positions because of some early losses, but they have not dropped the ball since. Georgia being one of those teams, Ole Miss being one of those teams. Texas has an opportunity to really put the heat on Georgia this weekend and keep themselves in standings to be able to be considered for the college football playoff. So this SEC spread, man. We're going to get into the SEC talk tonight on the phone lines, but it's going to be crazy. Turning the page to Alabama versus Oklahoma, still utilizing some of the things we saw from the LSU game. One thing I want to highlight, I don't know if Mary J, are you squared away yet, Mary J, so we can get some banners up and get these comments scrolling. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. What's good, Jason? He said, "What's good, Jordan? Just getting." Okay, hold up. Let me see. Where the first comment? Y'all be good morning, AAA family and my brother, Coach Smook. What's up, Jason? I knew I seen a comment earlier. Coach, I'm convinced the boring grubs have scaled back our offense big time to keep stuff off film for the playoffs. Every time we do 2-minute offense, we score quickly because they actually pick good plays. I don't think it's necessarily that. I think it's just the intention on attacking the moment. You know, there's certain things that you want to try to build up throughout the season, and we have yet to see an explosive run game. Once again, in this, and we're going to get into this. Once again, I feel like we got away from the traditional run game way too early, kind of like we did against Florida State. Fortunately, though, this game, we're at home. The defense, the crowd noise was able to cause some problems. We made them create 6 offensive turnovers, I believe, in the game. So, yeah, we're in a good spot. What's up, Eddie Kane? Good to see you over there on TikTok, family. Okay, you got banners. Okay, so the first thing we're going to tap into today, man, is we let's just talk about what carries over. What's carried over for Alabama, right? How are we progressing? Alabama's progression throughout this season. And I kind of just want to start with conference gameplay. The first conference matchup was against Georgia. Georgia now with their defensive numbers are starting to creep into that top 40, top 30 ranking. Always been a top 50 defense. And in this day and age, when you're talking about statistical rankings, anytime you can get 4 to 5 of your major defensive statistical categories in the top 50, you're playing at a good baseline when you're talking about being at a competitive clip. So I look at it and I look at where Georgia is trending upward towards and how they're trending forward. The way that we played Georgia in that game, both teams were kind of in a beginning to find the identity stage of the team. Alabama was really trying to solidify the fact that they were going to be able to be competitive in the conference after losing to Florida State and then, handling Wisconsin and ULM like they were supposed to. Georgia was supposed to be like the measuring stick. I told you I didn't feel like that would be the measuring stick. I felt like how we handle the road games, the road opportunities will be the measurement stick. So when we were able to host Vanderbilt at home, the way we handled Georgia away, that was a good starting point. Everybody say it was only 3 points. The way we handled that game, though, we controlled that whole game. There was never a question in my mind that we were going to be in doubt, or I would be in doubt of losing that game. Then Vanderbilt, we was able to host Vanderbilt at home. Everybody's worried about the run defense not being able to, contain the explosives. We gave up 6 against Georgia the week before, cut those down. We only give up 2 against Vanderbilt. We end up winning that game by 2 possessions. Great game by the defense. Once again, offense needing to score, hitting the explosives when they need to hit them, and continue to be efficient. Still not creating, not giving up turnovers, and the defense created 2 key turnovers. What's been consistent? We're going to continue from Vanderbilt to Missouri. Same thing. You go on the road to Columbia. You get in that moment. The crowd is engaged. This is a ranked opponent. They have an offense that's the run game is explosive. The running back Ahmad Berry was the leading tackle breaker, broken tackles, leading in broken tackles in the country. Coming into the game, averaging the highest yard per carry in the SEC. We come in that game and we take them off their averages. The defense creates 2 turnovers in that game. The offense scores on the 2-minute drive. They score when needed. Missed on some explosives, right? Some deep ball opportunities, but when we needed those moments, we executed. Carrying over, and we can keep. If I was to just break down every game, we don't want to right now, but if I want to break down every game, there's a consistent. You can find a small wrinkle or a small hitch where we may have a discrepancy, but in the key moments, this Alabama team continues to deliver. That's both coaching and player, right? That's both on both sides. And we can get into the schematics of it tomorrow on our breakdown when we start breaking down Alabama versus Oklahoma. And I'll show y'all some key plays. But one play that I kind of want to talk about that kind of made me realize that maybe this team just believes so much into the process that they believe that if they get another opportunity, right? I'm going to try. If I miscue on this one, I'm not going to miscue on the second one. So we look at the way that the shift play when Ty Simpson, it was 4th and 1. Ty Simpson shifted from quarterback basically to running back, and Jan Miller shifted over and was in the Wildcat. If you go watch that play, the way that it was executed by the offensive line, I give them an A. If there was an opportunity, if there was a time for Jan Miller to be assertive and press in the pocket, one thing that we've commended him on thus far this season, right, has been he's been very patient in the run game, being able to seek out the holes. Well, I think teams have seen that, and that's why you see them committed to shooting gaps, right? I think that's why you see them committed to shooting gaps when Jan Miller's in the game. And that's not a bad thing, but how do you counter that? Well, he has to attack the gaps too. Sometimes you got to meet guys there with your leverage. And you're talking Jan Miller's, 6 foot, 5'11", 6 foot, 225, 230. I mean, just the muscle. He's going to have to start imposing himself physically. I don't know if there's still some residue from the concussion injury, but I truly believe that's what's going to help the run game get over this hump that we seem to keep running, to get over this wall that we keep running into with the run game not being able to stay consistent. Now, I told you all before this game, let's talk about the run game. This has carried over also. We have seen impactful runs in the game. We started the game off with the end around to Latier Brooks. I'm not a fan of it to start the game like that. I don't know. But I haven't questioned this staff. I understand when you're saying you're setting things up for future progression, but that's the first play of the game. I get it. And I know what that motion looks like, what that motion brings now when defensive coordinators line up against Brian Grubb in this offense. That motion with Latier Brooks, Ryan Williams, and Jeremy Bernard puts fear into a lot of defensive coordinators' eyes, and that's what you want. Even on that play, if that was like a go-to play for us, like something that we had on film already for the past, 6 or 7 weeks, I think it gets blown up. But because of what it presents, the questions that it presents, it was still able to get positive yardage. Not explosive, but it was definitely able to get positive. But then you turn around and you hand the ball off to Jan Miller. and he breaks off a 7-yard run. Daniel Hill's first carry was 7 yards. Kevin Riley had a 4-yard carry. So you had carries to where you were right there, either on average or above your average yards per carry. And then we kind of got away from it when LSU, who has a quality front seven, even though they were missing Whit Weeks, they had all of their starters back on defense, minus Whit Weeks, and they're effective. They've had a solid defense the whole season. Their back end has not been the greatest, right? And we didn't necessarily exploit there. We missed on a lot of opportunities. But what has carried over? The run game has not yet been able to find its consistency. But what also has carried over is that when the run game is needed, we've been able to rely on it and lean into it and create opportunities for us to be successful offensively. Defensively, though, let's talk about our run defense. I want to pull up the stats real quick, and then we got about how long we got till the phone lines open. We got about 15 minutes to the phone lines open. So everybody stick around. If you're just tapping in, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you share the content on every platform that you're live on, or whatever you're watching this from, whether it's Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Kick, or YouTube. Make sure that you share the content for us here on the Coach Smook Network. And right now, while we're checking, let's see how many likes we had on the YouTube side. We had 10 likes on the YouTube side. Come on, y'all. Y'all run them up. Run them likes up, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. We still early in the show. We already at 10 likes. Thank y'all. So proud of our defense. Our defense played lights out. I really think this was the beginning of what we saw last year from this defense. Even in the Oklahoma loss last year, you look at the game, a pick six was 6 of those points. It's, I think, 78 plays total by the defense, 78 snaps by the defense, and a total of 31 snaps by the offense, I believe it was last year in that Oklahoma game. It was a bad game offensively. We can't have that type of showing this year against this Oklahoma defense, which I believe, looking at if Oklahoma, and I'm gonna say this is how Oklahoma fans think, and I've seen this across the different social media platforms. Oklahoma fans believe that the type of pressure that LSU dialed up, right, is going to be their bread and butter to getting the win against Alabama. For some reason, they feel like their offense has been a lot more effective than LSU. But if you look at the way Oklahoma's offense has been, John Mateer has looked a lot like Garrett Nussmeier, not being able to get it out there to those explosive receivers that he has available. And Alabama's defense is getting better. I don't know why people continue to hark on this week one game against Florida State. Alabama's defense has been the consistent of the season, the most consistent of the season. The defense has not looked bad. We've given up 20 points, twice this season? How many times have we given up 20 points this season, chat? I wonder where these narratives come from that the defense can't do this thing. Now, personnel, we have some questions. I love that Red Morgan got a lot of snaps this weekend. We haven't seen Cam Coleman. I'm not going to keep beating that dead horse. When his time comes, I think it'll be ready. But I love the fact that we are trying somebody else in that other position at that nickel corner spot. My other personnel issue is Jordan Renard, and I'm just doing kind of like I'm just digesting the game as it comes to me, chat. Jordan Renard, number 11. I think we've seen enough opportunities from him. We've created enough opportunities for him, and he's not being effective. For Tua Henry, number 14. I think he's been a lot more productive coming off the interior and on the edge from the bandit position. We've seen a lot more production from LT Overton, Keon Keeley, James Smith. The D-line rotation has been nice. Edric Hill has been popping off the screen. And then the linebackers that kind of support that defensive front at the Wolf position, that's probably the best group. And I said this before the season started. I said if this group could really blossom with Justin Hill, the true freshman, coming in and asserting himself and showcasing that he's ready, Noah Carter being able to blossom the way he has. Noah Carter had 2 big tracking plays that disrupted 2 big third downs in the game this past Saturday, and I kind of want to talk about it when we talk about this tomorrow. the intentional effort that we see being displayed, play in, drive out on both sides of the ball. We have not seen this type of hunger from an Alabama program or Alabama team probably since 2017, 2016. We have not seen this type of hunger. And then it was kind of like it got deflated after 2016. So I'm excited just by pure energy that's being displayed from this from the players and from the staff. If you're not paying attention to what's happening on the sideline between plays, big plays, or even in when we give up big plays or there's a missed big play, if you're not paying attention to what's happening on the sideline, you're missing out on something monumental that's happening for the University of Alabama and the Crimson Tide football program. So, just talking about things that carry over. Now, I want to transition to this before we get into the phone lines, and I want to talk about the final score, 20-9. If we're being honest, let's say missed opportunities is the topic of conversation here. Now, got about 5 minutes now. Missed opportunities to me in this game. The missed opportunities, and I'm not just talking about the passes. I'm talking about the opportunities to create turnovers in this game. There were 2 opportunities to have interceptions. Just small glimpses of lapse in focus where against a team like, let's assume that Alabama wins out and we see Texas A&M. Against a team with a confident quarterback who doesn't have the best arm but can get in a rhythm and really create some momentum drives and put his offense in position to where you can't key on him, and that's when they've hit you. Texas A&M is doing that. Ole Miss has seen themselves get in rhythms like that. And so when you have opportunities to create turnovers or to disrupt that rhythm, you have to capitalize them. And in this game, I think there were maybe 3 opportunities where the defense could have really disrupted the momentum. And the way that the offense was struggling, which is expected at this point in the season. At this point in the season, you've put so much film out there. You have so many snaps that tendencies are more so that what you kind of prepare for as an opposing defensive coordinator, more so than play calling actual plays, right? Or defending actual play calls. You're looking at tendencies from the play caller and the coordinator themselves and the players. Pre-snap alignment tells us a lot. What's going on, Nate? Good to see you in the chat, sis. Good to see you over here. Make sure y'all drop the likes over here on the YouTube side. Continue to tap that screen on the TikTok side, too. Appreciate TikTok for tapping in over there, man. Thank y'all. So I look at it, and I looked at the missed opportunities here in this game. There was maybe 1 missed opportunity on sacks. But the secure tackling was huge for Alabama in this game. The missed opportunities came in the secondary. And I felt like Garrett Nussmeier would have attempted a lot more riskier passes than what we saw from him. But the defense, if you look at coverage on the back end, we missed some opportunities on some of those inaccurate balls. So let's kind of take more advantage of those. And this is what it caused defenses or offenses to more so play at a slower rate. And I think that's when we can see our offense be more fluid. I don't honestly think this offense is built to go 12 to 15 play drives, every time they get on the field. I just don't think that's the type of play calling that Ryan Grubb has in his mind for his offense to be, efficient. I think when there's moments in the game where you want to be able to do that, you want to be able to control that narrative. But when your offense is missing on big play opportunities like where we saw Jam Miller not hit the right gap, if he hits that hole on 4th and 1, he's going for at least 12 to 15 yards. If he hits that hole, if he kind of follows that same path Ty Simpson took, because Ty froze the end with his motion, and there was a gap there. 7 yards. You only needed 1 yard, honestly, but you would have gained at least 8 to 15 yards. And then just the missed passes. 3 underthrown. 1 overthrown, 1 thrown behind the receiver. Luckily, we had guys making big catches for Ty. That's not a bad thing against Ty. That was going to be a game where we were going to see him tested, and this was one. And still in the moments where he needed to make the big play or to make the right decision, in those key moments, he was still able to do that. Key first down passes, key reads. And I think he's going to build from that. I think he's going to build from that. A lot of nerves and anticipation going into this game. Let me get into the chat real quick. We're talking about missed opportunities and just kind of digesting the game from this past Saturday, Alabama with the 20-9 victory over LSU. Cynthia is in the chat. She said Miller was like a water bug skirting on top of the water. Girl, don't come. Cindy, you couldn't wait to get that one off, huh? What's up, Cam? Roll Top, man. Good to see everybody in the chat. Garrett Sussmeyer, yeah, that boy was definitely sus, man. We've been talking about that coming into the season. I think he's a great system quarterback. A great system quarterback. Find the right system, put him in the right spot. He's going to be able to manage exactly like you give it to him. But I just don't think he's a game changer. I don't think he's a game changer. I said the same thing about Jackson Arnold last year. I said the same thing about Gunnar Stockton this year. You know, I still think Gunnar Stockton is a great game manager. He's a highly efficient game manager right now. Does Gunnar Stockton have game changer abilities? Yes. The more he gets comfortable and starts realizing that his legs are still a weapon, that's why I always thought he would beat out Jake Fromm. Or not Jake Fromm, doggone. I done went way back, boy. I done went way back. What's the boy that's why I thought he was going to be out Carson Beck last year. You know, even when they had Brock Vandagriff on that in the quarterback room at Georgia, I thought both of those guys had better opportunities to beat out Carson Beck. I said Jake Fromm, Chad. I went way back, man. That man been in the NFL for 6 years now. I have start comments. Let me see the start comments. Here we go. Is it fair to say any real improvements have only come from the defensive side of the ball? No, I don't think that's fair to say, because even with loaded box, cry again about the run game, but look how many times we had 8-man boxes. If you were in the live game day chat, you could have learned a lot, man. You know what? A lot of fans that come and ask questions about certain things in the chat, I think that live game day chat that we did this past weekend is going to help, because we were talking about and having a lot of these discussions. And I want to give a shout out again to every AAA member that showed up and supported that. And because we had some good guys, some good conversations, and some people that know some football having some good conversations. But nah, I would say this: the offense has gotten a lot more efficient in how they handle pressures. The offensive line is continuously getting better. There were some 7-man pressures that beat us this past weekend, and we only had one turnover. It wasn't a running back loss. It wasn't a wide receiver dropping a turnover. Or dropping the ball or getting a fumble. Like, our turnover came from them having to overexert or oversend pressures. I think Ty Simpson definitely could have handled navigating the pocket a lot better. But I think the offensive line is getting better week in. We got the tight end room is getting better in pass pro. When they have to stay in and chip block, they're getting better. Running backs have had problems the past few weeks in pass pro, and that's something that I was not expecting, being that Jam Miller started off so strong in it. Daniel Hill has struggled in it. We haven't seen Richard Young get an opportunity since he got blowed up in week 2, I believe it was, or week 3 against Wisconsin. One of those weeks. No, it was week 1. Richard Young got blown up against Florida State. So yeah, Ben Blanket on Blanker on TikTok says Miller bounced around more looking instead of going north and south, which he's not known for, but still is one of those games, man. I just feel like the offense played in more of a finesse mindset to this past weekend, more so than being balanced than what we've seen. And that's not necessarily from a play calling standpoint. That's just from a production standpoint. And the intentionalness was still high execution. Still saw high execution, just didn't see that aggressive intentionalness that we like to see from our offense. What else we got? Let me see that other star comment. Let me see. Rob Baker says we had a rhythm when we were in tempo and we stopped 100%. I think turning around and handing the ball off with the traditional run game would have been a lot more effective in this game than what I think Ryan Grubb gave it credit for. 100%. I agree, Rod. I think Oklahoma and Alabama have the 2 best defenses in the SEC. We said that. Me and Jason said that coming into the season. Both Brett Venables and Kane Womack have found a good rhythm around the same time of the year. So that matchup this weekend is going to be crazy. I think us being at home really helps us out this week, y'all. I really do. More so than it did last year. And I think with Ty Simpson's experience against Brett Venables' play calling, right? His ability to see that over the last few years, I think Ty Simpson is going to be more prepared for what he learned under Saban for preparing for Brett Venables' styles defenses. Because you remember, Saban didn't necessarily carry over game like personnel plays and practice for him. He carried over, hey, this defense killed my offense. What am I going to do? And Brett Venables was one of Saban's thorns in his side. So I guarantee you there's some things sitting in Ty Simpson's mind and that he's going to be able to revert back to going into this weekend preparing for Oklahoma. And we know that Ty Simpson is showing up in big moments against those better defenses. Those defenses that where we felt like they would actually give us problems, that's when Ty is really showing up. So we can possibly see for a crazy bounce back game with Ty Simpson. And then you got to remember, Oklahoma is coming off of a bye week. We didn't start as fast as we expected we should coming off a bye week. It's happened with everybody off of their bye week. Oklahoma can't start slow. If their defense starts slow, you don't want to give Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson shook off the rust this week against a good LSU defense. So I'm a little bit more confident than I probably should be, but it's with good reason, right? No reason to. Florida State woke Alabama up that they can be beat if they don't play their A game. 100% Oklahoma, 100%. I agree. Jordan Wright, some of the guys who aren't getting as many reps right now, I think are going to be key postseason players when we get there. I'm not sure, man. I'm looking at how they're playing, these young guys, and some of the young guys that are getting opportunities. There might be some writing on the wall, and I'm going to do a segment Wednesday, a Smook Scoop segment. It's probably going to be members only. Once again, I appreciate my members, but I got some real good information. From a few writers that have covered the football program for some years, but I also got some information from a writer in particular that's been covering Bama baseball for 17 years. 17 years. They're tied. They're at every home game, every Alabama home football game. They stand around in the media area, and they get to be a part of some alumni conversations. They're part of the Red Elephant Club. The Yay Alabama, everything they're tied. They're former alumni and all of that stuff. So why in the world does this thing do that? And you know what? I got something, because I gotta check that. But yeah, so I look at it and I think on this lines, y'all. I think on this lines for Alabama this weekend, and with this matchup. If we find that group right now in this game, if there's going to be a collective of probably like 56 players where you're going to see those players kind of hone into the postseason push. Like that's what, not necessarily, it's only 56 guys. I think those 56 players though will be counted on to be a part of that main push. You got to remember, we got Quay Rusar. He has a strong possibility that he'll be back this weekend, right? And if he is available, I don't think you necessarily have to run him out there with the way that Oklahoma's offensive line has struggled. If you can buy Quay another week and give him an opportunity to come back, play some get back right reps against Eastern Illinois, give it a full go against Illinois, then have him ready for the Iron Bowl, we going to be in a crazy good position with personnel available. Y'all, we about to get this phone line open here in 2 minutes, man. 2 minutes, 334-625-1129. Get ready to call in and share your thoughts in 2 minutes. We're going to open it up. Hey, what up, Dawson? Good to see you over there on TikTok, family. But overall, both lines, both D lines, O-line did well. The linebackers played great. Tight ends played great. Wide receivers played great, both in run blocking and being physical, fighting for the ball. I think Ryan Williams is starting to slow down, right? The game is starting to slow down for him, and he's being a lot more receptive to that on-spot correction. I saw Coach Shep giving it to him a little bit, and Coach Sheridan. So shout out to Ryan Williams for rebounding. And I think right now Alabama is the most dangerous team in the country. I think they're the most dangerous team in the country because they're just quietly getting better. The reason that everybody's not hype about them because we're not beating teams by 30. I saw a Fairweather fan say, dang, can we blow somebody out at some point? No need to. I just think you win. The more ways you find to win, the better you are in the postseason. That means, and my thing is this, if we're winning every game by 1 point and we win a national championship, does it matter? Does it matter? So we're going to open the phone lines here right after this infomercial break. Listen, I appreciate y'all for hanging out this morning on the Coach Smook morning show, chatting with Coach Smook. I appreciate y'all for kicking it, y'all. If y'all like the new view, man, let me know. Give us some reviews at the end of the stream. Stick around for the end of the stream. For at the end, we're going to be on for another like 45 minutes. So stick around and leave a review on the survey that each platform will provide for you. StreamYard is doing some great things. Shout out to StreamYard. We've also been presented with the opportunity to partner with StreamYard. We've been using them for 2 years now. 2 years we've been using StreamYard. Went through all the growths and the changes, even times when we couldn't afford the full membership, right? We resourced and we utilized StreamYard to the max. So we appreciate them for helping us grow and be a part of our growth. But if you're not a member of the AAA family and you want to be a part of the growth of the Coach Smook Network and be a personal addition to this family, this is how you do so here on the Coach Smook Network. Check it out, y'all.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Better go subscribe. You do roll with the tide. I'm down in the gun with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe. TikTok.
right, chat. Let's get into it. Hold on, I gotta go to the right room. I can't answer no phone calls in here. Give me a second, chat. Hold on, I gotta go to the right room. We in the wrong spot. We in the wrong spot. We gotta get to the right spot so we can answer the phone the right way. Hold on. We'll be right back. All right, we back. Live calling 334-625-1121. The phone line is now open. It is now open with a TH on the end. That's what I was saying. Open it with a, however y'all want to say it, man. Y'all know what I'm saying. Let's see if we can get this phone call on the line. Let's see who it is.
Call from Zach Willie. To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Yo, what's up, Zach? You in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me, man. How you feeling this morning? Y'all give it up for Zach.
Good morning, Coach Smook and my AAA family. How are y'all doing this morning?
Why you sound right now, Zach?
Huh?
Why you sound so creepy right now when you said that? You said that. You sounded kind of creepy. You was like, "Good morning, Coach Smook and my AAA family. How are y'all doing?" You sound like you was on a commercial for a second, Zach. How you feeling, man? That's what's up, man. Talk to me, man. What's on your mind this morning?
Yeah. I think overall, I think we played well this past Saturday. I mean, is there more we could have done? Yes. I mean, I think we played a lot safer than what we normally do, but that's because of how LSU was playing us and what they was doing to kind of slow us down a little bit. And but yeah, I think overall we did good. You know, I was too worried about their offense, but still to hold the offense to just 9 points and not even allow a touchdown in a game is still good.
Right. And I think that's what we kind of need to appreciate too. Like I said, that was the first thing I said. This defense hasn't given up a offensive touchdown, and I want to say now was that 7 quarters. Now the last score we gave up was against South Carolina in the third quarter of the South Carolina game. So 5 quarters now. You know, that they haven't allowed a defense or offense to touch the end zone. Did South Carolina score in the fourth quarter, or did we? I think that's how we won the game. We shut them out in the fourth quarter. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it.
Yeah, I think we shut them out in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it. But yeah, man. But what else you got to say, man, about this past weekend, and then going forward, because we know what Oklahoma is bringing in defensively. The offense hasn't been the best, but they have been able to do things to win games, right? Offensively. So,
right.
Taking some of what we got from this Alabama versus LSU matchup, and how can it match up against the defense of Oklahoma in your mind, Zach?
I think we'll have to take some chances, you know, and to continue moving forward. I was proud of the defense Saturday. We only gave up one explosive run all game Saturday. And when I say explosive run, I mean 20-plus yard run. And I went back and watched it, and we was being held and pulled away.
Come on, man. That was probably one of the worst officiating jobs we've seen. And for it to happen at home is concerning. It's concerning for that to be happening at our home field. So, yeah, we didn't even talk about that. I was listening to the call-in show from this past Saturday night, and we didn't really talk about the horrendous lack of holding calls that should have been called. They really
Right.
they really shorthanded us on that in that department. So yeah.
Yeah, and then them not calling that pass interference call on the when Ty had that deep ball to Lottie Brooks, and the defender wrapped him up and he couldn't catch the ball or nothing.
Yeah, but at the same time, my guy Ty he got to get that ball out a lot better, a lot better. That got to be, because we got receivers cooking these DBs, man. And I think he'll fix it. I think he'll fix it at some point. I'd rather it had been this game. This game, I feel like Ty could have really separated himself, not just for Heisman or anything, just to really get complete confidence that this offense is what it is, right? Identity wise, this was Ty's opportunity, and I don't think he took advantage of it. And if you ask him, look at the post game interviews, he'll tell you that he didn't take advantage of it.
Right. And but yeah, overall, I think he done good. And I mean, Ty, I don't think Ty has the arm to lead and throw open Lotsier Brooks without underthrowing him, because of how fast Lotsier Brooks is. You know?
Yeah, that joker fast, bro. That joker fast. But I'm telling you, man, the thing is going to be because if you look at Tua's ball, Tua didn't necessarily have a strong arm. He just had the timing aspect of things, and he knew how to get guys early in their route concepts and allow them to catch it in stride. And that's why you saw the explosive. So 45 seconds, though, Zach, you got 45 seconds. Final thoughts, and then we're going to get this phone line back open. Chat 334-625-1121. That's the number to call in. Get ready to call in here soon as Zach is off the line. Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, my final thoughts. Work on your time management clock in your head. Find people, or if you're going to throw deep balls, practice getting it out earlier or sooner, and leading the wide receivers open is all I got to say on that. Defense, keep doing your thing, and continue to get better week in and week out. Good job, Pierre. I will say this: he was held on his first sack that he got, but was still able to get off and still get to the quarterback. So, but yes, Row Tide, my AAA family. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.
Roll Tide, Zach. Y'all give it up for my guy Zach, man, in the chat, man. If y'all call in, make sure y'all call in, say your name, and put me in the game, Coach Smook. The phone line is open, 334-625-1121. Zach said a lot of good things in his conversation, especially with the front. You know how the defensive front performed. Yanzi Pierre continued to just blossom, man. We talked about this at the beginning of the season. How will we find opportunities for both he and Quay Roussard? Now the question is, with Quay being able to take his time coming back, when he does come back, what does that position look like? And I remember back to when we had the likes of Will Anderson, Dallas Turner, and Chris Braswell was the third guy in that group. And even outside of that, you still had Will Sanders on that roster, and you still had Quindet Q-Rob. You had those five guys at the same position coming off the edge. This is going to be a crazy scene to look at as we see Quay come back. Noah Carter is blossoming. Justin Hill is getting disruptive. We are seeing a development in the scheme, and people had questions about Freddie Roach developing the defensive line. Look at London Simmons. He's probably the biggest impact D lineman we have. I know Jay Smith, Tim Keenan, Edric Hill, those guys are making plays, but impact-wise, London Simmons makes a big play every game. Every game from the interior. That's D-line development by Coach Freddie Roach. I love what we're seeing right now. Let's get in the comments as we wait for the phone line to come back open. 334-625-1121. The phone line is now open. We got new members. We got new members that just read up. Wait, hold on. Let me see this. Did he become a new member? Why does it say new member 2 times? My guy Jay Penny just became a new member of the AAA family. Big rejoining, renewing his membership. Appreciate you for doing that, man. Much love. Where's your wristband? Oh, you got it now. Okay, there it is. They trying to make me miss another streak. 9 months. Yes, sir. Hey, my boy, they not playing out here. I was about to say he already been a member. Keep Pierre starting and rotate Roussard at linebacker. What do you mean that the Wolf position is linebacker? I think right now you play when Quay is back. You play Quay 100%. They got different type of get-offs, similar production, similar skill sets, but their get-offs are different. You get to keep yourself versatile by keeping them guys available. 334, let's see who it is.
To accept, press 1. To send a...
Yo, you in the game with Coach Smook. Who's on the line? Yo, you in the game with Coach Smook. Who's on the line? No, I can't hear you. It sound like you in the studios or you like underground or something. Call right back. We'll get you on the line. Yeah, 334, you can call back. We couldn't hear you. Sound like you was away from the phone. Make sure y'all not on speakerphone or y'all not at work in no construction area. That's what this sound like. Was we in construction? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Hey, but appreciate y'all. They trying to hold me down. Nah, don't let it hold you down, brother. We got you. All right, so I know why we getting double comments and double notifications for that, Mary J. Because if you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube right now, you can watch this in vertical mode, or you can watch this in doggone portrait mode. You can watch it in vertical mode and portrait mode. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at it how it looks. Y'all can see the comments over there. Let me make the comments a little bit more visible. We just experimenting. Y'all know I be having fun, man. Let me see. Let's go tall there. I like that one. Get y'all comments on the screen. But yeah, now Yazi is different. I think you get better if you can specifically utilize Yazi in third down pass rush situations. If you can just utilize him in that situation for the rest of the season, that's what you do. You let Quay come out and play those other snaps, because that's where we've seen Yazi be the most effective on third and passing in those obvious passing downs. That's where his game is really truly shine. It hasn't been in dropping back in coverage. It hasn't been, being effective or explosive. I'm not even going to say effective, because he's definitely been great in run support, still in the edge. I think you just get better and more consistency with Quay from what we've seen. And then we've seen Yazi just kind of adapt and be able to allow us to play that 3-man front that we've dreaded as a fan base. I've dreaded it. If I've had any question about anything that's been done on the defensive side, it's been a 3-man front and the rotation that we have yet to see Cam Calhoun get an opportunity to get on the field. That's probably been my only big questions. I had turned that itch off in StreamYard. Oh, you did, Mary J? Oh, wow. What happened? I had to take the so I got the preview up now. It don't look half bad. Is my hair growing, chat? Y'all ain't saying nothing about my hair. Why y'all ain't saying nothing about my hair today? 334-625-1121. The phone line is open. Kaden kept calling in and blowing up the phone line. Listen, if you are watching this show, if you really want to support the content, and I don't hold for anybody. This ain't just for Kaden. This is for anybody. If you support the content and you want this to be a good production, you want to be part of good production, then all you have to do is watch the show. Because if you call in and it's a 30-second delay from what I say live and what you actually hear, 14 to 30 seconds. If you just don't happen to get in on the phone line, you will get an automated message say call back in whatever time frame we set. But if you keep blowing up the phone lines, man, we're gonna put you on timeout. We got to. You're messing up production. Get what I'm saying? So please be respectful for the people on the phone line so that we can have a good flow in the conversation. Talking about you won't call in. Anyway, 205. Let's see who it is, man. Appreciate y'all for being patient with us on today, man. Let's see who it is.
Call from
Yeah, man. Put me in the game, Coach Smoke.
Yo, Melvin. What's up, man? You in the game? Talk to me, man.
Hey, man, what's up, Coach Smoke, man? I want to apologize to you about Saturday, man, because I didn't know you were eating something, man.
What's happening, bro?
I said I want to apologize to you about Saturday because I didn't know you were eating something that day.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Hey,
I would kind of hurt you, my brother. I would kind of hurt you, man.
nah. Hey, man, you is a fool, bro. Y'all, if y'all don't know what he's talking about, and I love the fact that he came in with the energy. Melvin is a clown, man. I don't know if y'all really have been paying attention, but he called in, and I forget. Oh, he said something about Auburn losing, man. And I was trying to eat.
You were eating,
Yeah,
something, yeah.
and
But I
I
know
almost
that, man.
choked live on the stream. Almost died after one of the best live streams we've had all season, and I almost died on it because of Melvin. But I appreciate you for your concern, man, and you coming back and apologizing, bro.
Yeah, man, you know that I'm good, man. I'm good. Apologize. You know, I didn't get a chance to do it Saturday, you know, because I was busy, man.
Yeah, I
had to
feel
do
you.
something
I
for
feel
the
you.
family, man.
I feel you, man. I just, you know, you handling your business in my life. I get the balance there. I get the balance, man. I get it.
Yeah.
But nah,
But I
man.
will come to you.
Talk
Yeah, man, I
about
will
this
come to
Bama
you.
LSU game, good, because I know now you done had a little bit of time to rewatch everything. Talk about it, man. What's your thoughts on it?
Oh man, I love everything about the game. You know what I'm saying? The game was tight, man. The game was good. It was good. It's good to beat LSU. You know LSU. They're trying to do everything they can to beat us, but hey, at the end of the day, they still got a hot L on their forehead, man.
Yeah. And I'm reading a comment right now, and this is where JP and I'm gonna tell you I have a concern. And I didn't up until last game. Even when we get into the extension of the run game, I didn't have a concern about the run game coming into the game. I just felt like this was the opportunity for us to really install a traditional run game and lean on it. I feel like LSU was giving us opportunities to remain kind of simple and just rely on athletes to be better than the guys across from them. And I will say that's a tendency and a trend that I've seen from Ryan Grubb at other stops. And I'm not even talking about what he did in the NFL. I think the way that you have to scheme up the run in the NFL and the way you do it at college is two different worlds. You know, there's different rules and different areas of the field where you attack that are more effective analytically. But collegiately, at the collegiate level, Ryan Grubb has shown us one consistent that he is not scared to get away from the run game if he has a great passing offense. But if you look at how our offense struggled with missing some of those explosive last game, you can have cause for concern if you're going to see that style of extension of the run game and play calling, the timing of that be implemented at the time it does bring some cause for concern. But still, the average yards per carry average numbers was still there. So I'm kind of good on where we're at going forward. We're playing against another tough run defense. What do you think about Oklahoma defense coming into this game, Melvin?
Oh man, they defense, man, they looking good. Every game they play, they looking good, man. They got a good offense on defense, man. That's we got to work on our run game and stuff, and stop them for getting in the end zone and stuff. You know, I know it's gonna be a good tight game, both of us ranked teams and stuff like that, but we got to get that win at home. You know, make sure we get them a third loss, man.
Yeah, because they still fighting for the playoffs, and they gonna be hungry. Brett Venables is gonna have that defense fired up. The message now is to let's go and get the Heisman. You know, Ty Simpson and the Heisman hype and the Heisman hopeful talks. I think it kind of affected him a little bit in this game. Not necessarily from a standpoint where he was being selfish, but his intentionalness was just not there. His focus wasn't there. There were a few reads, man. He made some passes, but there were other opportunities out there that Ty from 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago would have took advantage of that. So I think just getting back on the field, seeing that live action again, getting back into that atmosphere was definitely a help. But also, there goes that. But also, we got to think about how this young man is going to look going forward. So, final thoughts there, Melvin, and then we're going to get this phone line back on with up chat.
Okay, man. shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody. Had a good morning. Had a good day. Had a, everything there. And roll tide, my brother.
100%, man. I appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you for calling in and supporting the network, man.
All right, man.
All right, roll tide. All right, chat. Phone line is open again. 334-625-1121. Again, that's 334-625-1121 here on the Coach Smook Network. Call in, say your name, and put me in the game, Coach Smook. Appreciate y'all for all the reactions on every platform. Listen, if you're on YouTube right now, please run up the likes, man. Please run up the likes. We don't beg for nothing much. We don't beg for much over here, but we do beg for likes. I'd like to have this conversation real quick while we're in here. A lot of people have issues about how, Alabama's winning games, all these close games, I want to read something. 2009, the first national championship under Coach Saban, right? Alabama versus Virginia Tech, 34-24, week 1, 3-2, 40-14 versus FIU. Week 3, 53-7 against North Texas. Week 4, 35-7 against Arkansas. Week 5, Alabama, Kentucky, 38-20. Alabama, Ole Miss, 22-3. Alabama, South Carolina, 20-6. Alabama to Tennessee, 12-10. We're going to continue. I'm on 256. Let's see who it is.
Call from.
This is Greg. Put me in the game, Coach.
Uh-oh. Yo, what's up, Greg? You in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me, man. Welcome back. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling pretty good. I had a hernia surgery last week and just kind of chilling at the house, but doing good. How about you?
Hey, I done figured you out now, Greg. So last year when you was blowing up the phone lines and creating viral moments, you had just had another surgery. You was at home. You was laid off of work for about a good 6 weeks. Or was that earlier this year?
That was last year. I had knee replacement.
See, Greg know what to do. Greg know what to do, chat. Every November, we can expect Greg to blow up the Coach Smook Network phone line because he has a scheduled surgery or operation that's going to keep him out. Greg, you done mastered this thing. I done figured you out, though. I'm just a smart guy.
I'm a player, baby.
Yeah,
I know what to do to get in.
Hey, you know what to do to make it do what it do. Talk to me, man. Give me your thoughts about this past weekend, man, and everything. Just talk to us, man. We got Greg on the line, chat.
All right. Great to be available for you, Coach. Love your show as usual. Doing a great job. The family's great. Look, SEC is the NFL now, guys. Just let's face it. Every game's close. I mean, you look at all the games because of NIL. Everything's pretty much it's a lot of parity. It's just like the NFL now. So now what's important is you better have a good quarterback that can throw that intermediate game. Let's face it, people. In the NFL, a lot of people don't really value running backs. They don't really care much about rushing. What do they want to do? They got to throw the ball to score. And you better be good in the red zone. Alabama is great in the red zone, one of the best. We got one of the best intermediate passers in college football. Our receivers are great. It's our strong point. Do I want to run the ball a little bit better? Yeah. But you know what? A lot of teams that do run the ball in the SEC that are really good at it, look at their record and look where they're at. I'm just saying. So right now, that's not our strength. I hope we do get better. Maybe they, I know they're still moving things around. It looks like Robertson's kind of took over that right guard position. Last 2 games, he's played every snap. The other 2 positions, we're still kind of trying to figure it out. I ain't really worried about it. I am a little worried about Oklahoma's defense. They're really good, but as long as we pass protect, I think our wide receivers will be able to do a little bit on their secondary. And I love the way our defense has been playing. Very optimistic. But every time we need a turnover, we get one.
Every time, Greg. Not every sometimes, but every time. Think about every game where even against South Carolina, when we fell behind, what gave us the opportunity to get back ahead?
Yeah.
Freaking turnover, man.
When we need it. It's just like the NFL. I'm sorry. The SEC to me is a lot like the NFL. Every game is close. Even sorry teams like Auburn gives everybody a fit. And Kentucky's playing better. But every game is close. Even Mississippi State is pushing people to the limit. Even the teams that are in the bottom of dwellers. Florida beat Texas this year for crying out loud. It's the NFL. People, I think we just might as well get used to it. Because look, the clocks, the way everything does now, the 2-minute warnings and all that stuff, it's just like the NFL. You watch the NFL games, people, and I'm not a big NFL fan because my team sucks, but every game is close. You better have a good kicker. You kick a lot of field goals. I mean, it's what you want your defense to do. Don't give up touchdowns. Just give up field goals or nothing.
Yeah.
That's what our defense does. And so it's just everything is like the NFL because of NIL, all the parity. Other teams, like look at Missouri, they go out and they get Georgia's best pass rusher. Their front seven's really good because they win bought most of it.
Yeah.
South Carolina's defense is everybody's that way. So it's not like the days of Saban where we just out-recruited the living shit out of everybody
and hold
Our
everybody
team is just
prisoner
so
for
much-
4 years, or
Yes.
hold them
We were
prisoner for
so
3
much-
years, and then they lose a year, or for transferring after being held prisoner for 3
Exactly.
years,
Everybody would stay.
and now
they
they get a
wanna be
full year to
developed.
develop for real and play on it. Like that's what I like about portal. And this is
Yeah.
why I don't rock with the football fan that says it's messing up college. No, I like the fact that Kendrick Law, I like the fact that Kobe Prentice, I like the fact that Emmanuel Henderson, 3
Yeah.
receivers that was in our room at one point we had high hopes for. These guys were actually the future. We had aspirations. They showed glimpses, and then the change with Saban happened, and you see a different product. Maybe this wasn't the best fit for them, but to see them go and they're making Kansas a doggone competitive offense. You see Kendrick Law at Kentucky. Kentucky's struggling, but Kendrick Law, he's the reason why they beat Auburn. You know, like
Exactly. He got the game-winning touchdown. I loved every
come
second
on,
of it.
man. Like we seeing this, and you don't want to miss out on that when it comes. I used to hate having to sit around from noon till 6 p.m. and there was no good games coming on in the SEC. Yo, you can watch SEC from noon till 8 p.m. and every game on SEC Network for the SEC on Saturday will be a good game. I would just about guarantee it. And that's what you want to see in college football. Now, when it comes to us and winning these close games, not just playing them, but winning them. Winning close games, that's how you build winning programs. You win close games where you're tested and you have to go outside your your comfortability, and you can operate and execute at a high rate in those situations. Those are the teams you can count on, man.
I agree. I mean, I just wonder how Ohio State, if they ever get pushed to the fourth quarter, either behind or tight, how they're going to react. Nobody knows. We saw Indiana; they made a heck of a comeback. A&M, they've had some time. Look at Texas A&M, number 3, undefeated, barely beats Arkansas. I mean, they had that. Yeah, I know they blowed out LSU, but I think LSU just quit in the second half. I'll be honest with you. I think they were ready to just quit. And I think they had a good strategy against us Saturday. They thought their secondary was good enough, and their secondary is really good. And they said, you will not run the ball. Every time you look at the game, the box was full.
Hey,
so,
hold on, stop talking. You got to get a siren real quick. Anytime people come on here and tell the truth, we giving them siren. Anytime you tell the truth about some real stuff, and let's be real, Ty Simpson, well, let's hold him accountable. He missed on some opportunities to make that right. Not be a thing. The opportunities that he had for them not to load the box, right? To take advantage of them loading the box.
That's right.
And for them to rethink how they were calling the defense, Ty missed on all of them. There were I think there were maybe 3 like clutch pass plays where he may have had some 6-man or 7-man pressure coming in his face. But there was one play where Ty it was like I just felt like he trusts the pass pro way too much. Like pass pro is not supposed to be steel curtain, right? It's never been that for anybody. I've never seen that. Even when Mac Jones was here, it was all quick timing. You didn't see 4 seconds, 5 seconds worth of pass. Ty had 5 seconds to throw that ball on that strip fumble. Like we
I know that's the one thing he's got to get better, because we've had 6 turnovers and he's had 5. Well, he's had all the turnovers because there were 5 fumbles and 1 pick.
1 pick, 6 total turnovers by the quarterback, and the quarterback. When the quarterback is the leading cause for turnovers, like the ball being in his hands is the leading cause for turnovers, that's a concern. But this is the thing. The leading cause of turnovers, the fact that we don't have many turnovers and we haven't been in situations where these turnovers put us in adverse situations. That's what there's the kind of like the green light, or what they say the silver lining is.
What saved us also is every time he's made a turnover, almost every time, not every time, the defense has got the ball back or got a stop or just held them to a field goal where it just didn't absolutely destroy us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but it's like, and I know you're a basketball. I know you're a hooper, and I've coached a lot of basketball. So it's like the quarterback. Early Ty was like, a shooter when he's hot, got confidence, man. He's stroking it, nothing but net. Now it just seems like the last 2 or 3 games. I mean, he still makes some really fantastic throws. I mean, he made like Cuevas that throw down the sideline. That was beautiful. That was
Beautiful.
But
even the 50-50 ball to Horton. Like,
yeah,
we haven't seen that from Ty Simpson this season, right? We haven't seen that from him to give Horton that opportunity. What did we see from Penix that made that offense so great? Roma does a one-on-one in any formation, no matter what it looked like. If it was an opportunity for him to take advantage of him in one-on-one in the 50-50, we gave him that opportunity, and that's what made that offense explosive, because now you see Roma Duzin over there by himself with the ISO. You got to give safety help. You got to go get safety help. And now if you see him start to utilize that more, attack that more, Derek Meadows has been getting a lot more reps. And to be honest, when it comes to the vertical catch radius guy, that's Derek Meadows in his offense. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him and Caleb Edwards get those type of opportunities behind Isaiah Horton.
It just seems like that's the one pass that Ty's kind of struggled with this year, is that long pass. Sometimes I think he waits a little, it's a half second too late to throw it, where he doesn't put just enough air, because he either overthrows them. Like the one with Jared Bernard, he's wide open. That was a touchdown. He barely overthrows him. I mean, I get it. But, I mean, it's just like I said, sometimes when you're playing basketball, when you're hot, there's some games you can just do it. And then sometimes, you're just off a touch. But, you just got to keep after it. So I know they're still working on it. And Derek Meadows was getting some reps, but then later in the game, I saw him in the street clothes. I thought it was him. I don't know if he got banged up or something, but like we really need him to get healthy.
Yeah,
really help us up and down the seam where he can just throw it up and he just go get it. It's like having another tight end out there with speed.
Exactly.
That's just another weapon that we haven't.
And Greg, before we get off here, because I want to kind of get this out about the run game. You said something key. And I love that Ray Parham finally has shown up. The Fairweather fan of the AAA family has finally showed up. Welcome in. He said, I guess I was right about the run game. This is a consistent theme that we've seen against Alabama's offense from opposing coordinators. They are committed to saying, hey, beat us passing. We got to see if we can break this pass game, because we saw what Jam Miller has done. We saw what this offensive run game did last year to teams. So a lot of teams struggled with attacking our run scheme last year with Jalen Milroe at the helm. So if there were times where Jalen Milroe missed handoffs, you don't think that the staff is probably saying, hey, if they come back with this, we got to be prepared for this. They missed it this year, but if we see that they missed it last year, we can expect them to attack us this year. Right, so they're committed to making us beat them in the passing game, and I don't get what people expect from the run game when you have 8 in the box. This was no disguise 8 in the box type of game.
I'm telling you right now, bro. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I'm blitzing us every
play.
I'm bringing the heat.
You got to like me.
I guarantee you.
Greg, you might not I might not get home every time, but I'm hiding my chances of them not scoring. Come on, man.
One thing I was a little irritated Saturday. The play call, why we kept running on first down. I'm like, let's just go intermediate pass. Let's get that 5, 6, 7 yards on first down. It's just like the running game. Every time it was always 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11. Every time. Well, they know you're going to throw it, so then they blitz. I'm like, we need to be a little more creative on first down a little bit, do something. And then maybe I would rather run on 2nd and 5 Then 1st and 10, myself, I get that little easy completion. Then let me come in there and run, maybe get up 2 or 3 yards, and then it's 3rd and 2. Then it's everything. I can do anything then.
Yeah.
But
So
I'm also tired of 3rd and 1 in the shotgun. Why don't we put Big 74 back there as a fullback and put Hill behind him and run it straight up the gut right behind Big Robertson? I mean, everybody knows he's the strongest guy on the team.
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Greg? We got to get ready to get the phone line back open. But what's crazy is we've seen that formation and we've seen different variations. And to a lot of the fans' thoughts, I agree. I agree with this sentiment that Alabama is truly Ryan Grubb is truly future casting play calling right now in certain parts of the game.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah,
and it's working. It's working because we're seeing it carry over. We saw it carry over. That play where you saw the reverse to Latia Brooks, that first end around.
Yep.
We saw the same jet motion and look on the fake with Ryan Williams at that position against Vanderbilt, and they faked it, and that's when you saw the dump off to the tight end, leak off into the flats with the offensive lineman. I think the left tackle was pulled out in front of him. So that look is going to in itself is 4 or 5 plays all in one. So I don't know, man. The future cast and play calling in certain moments it's interesting and it's frustrating all in the same sense. I can say that at the same time. But Greg, I appreciate you for tapping in, man. Roll Tide, my brother.
Yes, sir, brother. Love you, man. Love everything. Keep doing what you do.
You already know, man. You already know. Welcome back, man. Hey, we got another call-in show tonight. You got plenty of call-in time to get on this Coach Smook Network, man. Welcome back, brother. Roll Tide. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, y'all, appreciate y'all for tapping in on phone lines. We got time for one more call, y'all. One more call here at the hour and 30-minute mark on the show. Shots fired. What Ray saying? I want Ray to call in. I need to hear somebody cry. Somebody got to call in and cry. We were doing that earlier in the season, Dougie Fresh, but lately he been looking for the big plays. Todd doesn't throw 50-50 ball. Todd tries to throw the ball whether either his receiver can catch it or nobody's going to catch it. I like, and that's to a certain extent, Jay Penny, that's what you want. But sometimes you have to trust the athlete, and I think that's what you saw building in this game. Now, we also got to think earlier in the season, there have been moments where his deep balls have been on point. And there have been big drops, so the hesitancy to just rip it sometimes can be there. It can be there. He was doing that early in the season, Dougie Fresh. No fair weather, just a delusional fan who will tell it like it is. Delusional fan is absolutely correct. Delusional fan. I hope Grubb is showing that Washington playoff offense to this year. What? What'd you say, Square Biz? Hey, y'all run them likes up, man. We got 33 in the chat and only 19 likes. We need them 25 likes, man. We just need 25 likes on the stream. Hey, Coach, I have a question on that Horton's catch. That was a 50-50. Do you think LSU picked it off, or did Horton just make a great catch? This definitely was a catch. He makes the catch. He has possession. He gets his foot down, and the DB didn't get his hands on it to even fight for possession until after he had already established himself inbounds and went out of bounds. So if you do just play it back and you look at the order of how it happens, secure catch, feet down, you drag me out of bounds. As you're dragging me out, you get your hands on the ball. At that point, I'm out of bounds. So yeah, I think definitely was a catch by Horton. And we got to see more of those from Alabama.
Call from.
This is Rashawn. Put me in the game, Coach.
Yo, Rashawn, what's up, man? You in the game? Welcome to the Coach Smook Network. Talk to me, my boy.
What's up,
Man, chilling, man. You know how we do.
Yeah, honestly, I ain't got too much complaints about the game too much. I feel like it was because you can tell. I had to go back and watch the game. You can tell they loaded the box a lot on LSU. Because I'm like, LSU have a good defensive line. Why I need to keep loading the box? That's why I understand like these type of defense to keep loading the box on us for no reason. Like, are y'all really scared of a running game? Because I think they gotta seen the tapes and everything, seen the potential of Daniel Hill and Jim Miller and Karen Riley, what they can do. That's why I think they load on the box so much. You can go back further to the Vanderbilt game. They did the same thing.
There's
Nobody look.
Rashawn, I think there's more sense in this as a defensive coordinator in this day and age. I see what you do great, right? Let's look at Alabama. Let's just use Alabama's offense. I see Alabama has this crazy good passing game. It's unstoppable. I'd rather take my assets that I have as a defense and really just zero out any chance of them beating me with something else other than their passing game and figure out how to stop that as we're keeping the other thing irrelevant. In the case for Alabama, let's figure out how to contain their passing game as the game goes on. Let's just let guys be athletes. We're going to figure out where we could plug maybe a robber look here, or maybe we can mix the coverage on this play. But for the most part, let's just make sure we do not allow the quarterback more than 5 seconds to figure it out, or 4 seconds, because Ty Simpson, average time from snap to release has been 3.9 seconds right now. So basically 4 seconds. Let's try not to allow him more than 4 seconds, and let's not let the offensive run game, their run game, get any type of start. And that's what we've been seeing from, like you said, a lot of defenses. Georgia did it. Vanderbilt did it. Missouri did it. And then Tennessee even did it. So I don't
really thought.
Go ahead.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, you good, brother.
I really thought in that Tennessee game, I thought we were going to establish a run game. Because I seen how Tennessee been looking, numbers wise, they even look good for running the ball. Stopping the run. And now in that game, they said, "Oh, we're gonna load the box up." I'm like, "What?" I said, "Y'all didn't do that all this time when Arkansas and all them teams ran the ball on y'all. Now y'all came to Bama, y'all want to load the box up." I understand the defense coordinators what they were trying to do, but all this time y'all ain't do that. But okay.
Yeah, and I think to me that's the bread and butter of how you're going to give your team a chance to beat Alabama defensively. If you can't match up across the board and you're not confident in mixing your play calling up, you're going to have trouble against this offense. It's inevitable for this, and we saw it. We saw it where Daniel Hill kind of broke early. They played a semi-light box with like 6.5 in the box, and Daniel Hill breaks a 7-yard run. Same thing with Jen Miller, right? That first few carries. I truly believe if we had seen more of those light boxes, and I credit Ryan Grubb for that. We've seen his more attention to running against those light boxes. We've seen him more attentiveness to do that. In this game, to see that those type of boxes from an LSU team that usually is recruiting, top end DBs, and they're getting the big time names out of the portal. These lock, I wouldn't expect anything different. So kudos to those coordinators for dialing in on that style of how they want to attack us and moving like that. But what else are your thoughts, man?
Only thing I would say is I don't like the fan base, trying to let's say what I'm trying to say is they trying to, you got a casual fan talking about, "Oh, we need AK Deer out there." No, we don't. I think Daniel Hill and Jan Miller and Kevin Riley doing everything they're doing on the field. I don't think they paying attention what they actually doing. They just see it like, "Oh, they watch but not actually paying attention." That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's all they do.
And it's a lot of emotions behind it, man. You got to think a lot of people have to understand that with Alabama's program right now, with where we're sitting at right now, the way that you have to win in this phase of the transition, to me, is not going to look like what it has been before, right? This is a total different game of football, and the ability to win multiple ways. Michigan, you go look at their season, their national championship season. Ohio State, they had 2 losses on their resume, and they won the national championship. They won different games in different ways. Those teams that establishing an identity, and that's what they are. Like right now, you know what Ohio State is going to do. They're not dominating in one facet of the game, but you know what they're going to do.
Right.
You can't say what you can't say you know what Alabama's going to do week in and week out. It's a scary thing to be a part of. People don't understand it. But sooner or later, man, the fan base, hopefully the fan base will get off of this whole soap opera or soapbox about, certain numbers and things that they want to see.
when it comes to production. You know, they keep talking about total numbers instead of just, you know, looking at what it's actually producing, and that's wins. At the end of the day, that's what we show up for, is that's to get the win. So, final thoughts, my guy Rashawn, talk to us.
This Oklahoma game coming up, I think Oklahoma fans gonna probably thinking, you know, like last year game. They a lot of them have this. Cause hold up, you know a guy named Jimmy, right? He's your cousin, right?
You said Jimmy?
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy?
Yeah.
Last name Jimmy who? Jimmy Watkins?
I don't know. I know he live in Ohio.
Oh no! Nah. Oh, talking about Jimmy from Ohio. That ain't my cousin. That ain't my real cousin. I was like, wait,
okay,
Jimmy.
My fault. I know my fault. I thought y'all were related, but my fault. But we go on a TikTok live sometimes. We had it now. We dealing with Oklahoma fans. You know, they talking mess since they beat Tennessee. To me, Tennessee beat themselves in that game.
Yeah.
I think we can beat. I don't want to say I'm gonna beat. I can guarantee we're gonna beat Oklahoma. Because Oklahoma didn't really do too much in that game to really say just off offense to say they really beat Tennessee. And I feel like Jory, he just forced the ball. I think what's the difference from Jory and Ty is not going to force it in.
Right.
And that's what the secondary is looking for. And that's what the defense for Oklahoma, they got to figure it out. Because this man is not going to force some turnovers like that. So the biggest thing is just try to get enough sacks in the game, but the secondary still lack. Cause the last couple of weeks, I've been seeing that secondary kind of been really getting exposed, like from Texas, Ole Miss, even with Tennessee. Because Tennessee had a bunch of chances to score, just like Ole Miss. Because only thing is the biggest worry about Oklahoma is their defensive line.
Yeah. It's crazy that you just said that, and we got to get ready. I see you getting the 30-second warning bell. But Jay Penny literally just said about their edge rush is great, and I'm gonna let you get your final thought, and then we're gonna expound on that. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, my final thought is, I just want Ty to start getting them. That's the only criticism I had. I've been trying to wipe it off like, hey, it's what it is. I just want him to start using causing them fumbles. If he can, that's a minor criticism I have for him. But everything else, it's been perfect to me. He's been having a perfect season. I just want him to fix that one little thing.
100%, man. Well, I appreciate you for calling in, Rashawn, as always, brother. And you, continue to roll with the tide. You know what I'm saying? Roll the tide, my brother.
All right. I'll see you, man.
All right, man. Y'all give it up for Rashawn on the phone line, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in on the phone line here on the Coach Smook Network. All right, y'all. We gonna get up out of here. Appreciate y'all for tapping in here for the phone call segment. Now, once we get back, we're gonna do our closeout. Y'all, don't forget to run up the likes. We got 30 in the chat, 22 likes on YouTube. Continue to run up the likes. We need 3 more likes to reach our like goal here on the Coach Smook Network. If you missed the live calling segment, play it back. We got live chat replay and everything set up for you. If you're watching in the vertical mode, appreciate y'all. Tap the screen, double tap the screen to like it. If you're watching in traditional mode, hit the thumbs up and share the stream as we get ready to close out. We're going to do our final closeout. Y'all continue to run the comments up. As a matter of fact, as we get ready to close out, let us know exactly where you're watching from. You could do city and state. That's fine. You ain't got to put your full address. Don't be like some of these other folks be putting their information. Don't do that. Let us know where you're watching from here on the Coach Smook Network. And remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. We'll be right back after this message, man. Thank y'all.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
This guy got 4 fingers for real. Do it again. Hey, appreciate everybody once again. Thank y'all for tapping in here on the Coach Smook Network. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the calling segment. We're going to be back later on today, tonight, with our night calling segment, our college football calling segment tonight. So y'all make sure y'all tap in. And once again, appreciate y'all for helping us reach our like goal of 25 likes here on the stream. This is all y'all supporting the Coach Smook Network and doing what y'all do, man. So I thank y'all 100%. And just know we doing it. We doing more. We're doing more this week. This week we got some special content lined up. I actually got to get off here. I was about to do this long drawn out closeout, but we got to get off here. We got a meeting to go to. It's in regards for the festivities this weekend for the Coach Smook Network on campus with Coach Smook, your brother Hall of Fame Jason Watkins, and anybody else. If you want to be a part of the entourage, you definitely need to be in the Discord to stay up and in tune with all the information. Going to be some good tailgate vibes. If you don't have a ticket to the game, come enjoy the tailgate. Be a part of the game day content. Be on the show live as we're there having the show. Come on, do post game reaction live with your boys. We will be there doing it big. I appreciate y'all for tapping in today. But we got to get to this meeting. I love y'all, man. Thank you for the 3.65 subscribers too. Zach put it in the chat. Thank you, man. Thank you, y'all. 3.65K. 3.65K right now with the Coach Smook Network. AAA family, thank y'all so much for continuing to share and spread the content. We're going to be doing some live gaming today. They just keep passing crazy words around. Shake my, oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Hey, so we're going to be doing some live gaming content again. We got to get it done early this week because of how we're traveling. So be looking out for us to be live gaming here in about an hour and a half. And then we got a show tonight, call-in show tonight, 8 p.m. Going to kick that off. And then we might do another late night gaming session. Might be another good vibe. So, and then we should have our Hyundai Boys tournament again this week. We didn't finish the one last week. We got a new format we're going to do this week. Y'all tune in. If y'all haven't paid attention to what's happening on TikTok, y'all got to get your TikTok created and tap in. But shout out to all the supporters. Shout out to all of our sponsors, all of our partners that's helping us grow. Continue to support the Coach Smook Network. And remember, chat, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Catch me on the next one. Y'all have a blessed one. And roll tide, roll. Be blessed, chat.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
and subscribe. You do roll with the tide. I'm down in the gun with Cold Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe.